it's time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We installed doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, 19! Right there, 55. Oh, here we go. Oh, check 50.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Watson now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
I'm going back to you. 29. 29 is Mike 12. Coming this way. Here we go. 29 is Mike 29. Stay with your man. 29 is Mike 29. Let's go heavy. Everyone, go.
Watson gets this out to Saquon Barkley. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You go tight. Hey, 59. You got tight right there.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Watson off play action. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play that time for Cleveland. 49 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. So we got 3 of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to the ground, this time it's Chubb. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. And he'll barely barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
61, matchbox, light.
Jones to throw again. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Throwing, Jones. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Rosas' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Browns 7, Giants 3.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. Flushed out right. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Rosas true blue on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Throwing on third down, Watson. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taywan Taylor with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense, and that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Saquon Barkley, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur. It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready. 18 Gator. X3. 218 Chopper.
Can't let you play.
Hey, Alpha. Go.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got him.
Now Jones. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Fielded at the 43. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. From just shy of midfield, Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt, and he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Now Jones on 1st and 10. Finds his tight end Ingram. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
It certainly feels like...
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Rosas true blue on the extra point, and it's now 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. That one has really opened up. The Vikings have just scored again. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. Watson on first down. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Watson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the 40 now on 2nd down, Watson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20 on first down. Hunt. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. 2nd down and inches. That's into the hands of the tight end, Ellison. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 26.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish that.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Rosas True Blue on the extra point, and that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's got room. Fighting his way through contact. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. This is Barkley. Michael Thomas on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Hey, alert, alert.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Set. 19. Come on, dude.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. He was brought down there by Will Parks. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Back to throw, Watson. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
10-2 start. X3, 218, chop.
They run again with Hunt. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
Right there.
Hey, Charlie.
54 Mike. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike,
From the gun, Jones. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. The toss out to Barkley. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Escaping the pressure right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
Let's go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Fights through, and now a crease. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 15.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Watson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Jones. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd down and goal. Jones, and that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly didn't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on fourth down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. They'll run it here with Hunt. He's got the first down inside the 10. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Hunt. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
You got 3
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Watson now to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. A gain of 13, it's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Hunt. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll run. This is Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And Tate's got it. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. On the run, this is Hunt. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Kareem Hunt, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And an alley to run. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Sheldon Richardson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for